Karen the Warp Spinster here. Thank you for joining me this morning. I have fed and watered the birds, and I think I'm ready to get started on some things today. This video is going to be more of a progress report, checking in on a couple of projects I have going. Some of you have reminded me in the comments that they would like to see something or other, and I forgot to show it to you, so I will try to make up for that today. So last time we did a couple of ladders, which people called ladders of attitude, and I like that. Ladders with attitude, and I like that. And then I made a few more, and they're, fairly basic ladders, but with some things added to it. For some reason, I especially like pieces that have these stripes on them. So that was a lot of fun to do. And I will be making some more of them for the class sample. But with just these few, I decided to kind of play with them a little bit and procreate just to see how many I would need to make a quilt that I liked, that I thought had something going for it. So I put them into Procreate, and here's the results. I did duplicate a couple of them just so I'd have more pieces to work with. And of course I threw in some circles, which would not be in the class sample because we won't have gotten to circles by that point. But I can always have them there and just pin them on as we progress in the class so they can see what circles might add to something. So that's where I am with that, and I will continue making those. Someone, I think it was Thea, maybe, I'm not sure, sorry about that, whoever asked me about the fall quilt that I was doing, that I was quilting. I have finished quilting it, and I have faced it, and here it is in a photo. I had to deliver it to the shop to put up for the class, so I don't have it live for you, but I did a facing on the back. It's I think it ended up being like a 2-inch facing on the back, and I was happy with my decision to do a facing instead of a binding. I like binding sometimes, I like facing sometimes, so I was pretty happy with that. Why do I want to say Surprised by Joy? That's a C.S. Lewis book. No, Fury. Not even close. My Fury quilt, someone asked if I was going to do custom quilting on it, and yes, I am. That was always the plan. I had to wait I needed to get some black batting, and now I'm waiting for thread. And I'll have to play around with the thread. It's a different weight than I usually use on my long arm. I think it'll be okay, but I'm going to have to do some adjusting of things for that. So Fury is coming up too. And then these pieces you'll recognize. Watch your eyes while I zoom out a bit. These are from the black and white quilt, and I did a video, which I will try to remember to post below, on decision making when I start to lay this out. And I laid it out, came to some conclusions, but it really is time to get to this. So because I've already done a video where I talked about the decisions I would make, I'm going to just speed up the video as I'm laying this out and kind of moving things around, and I'm not going to belabor it, but just to kind of make sure that I get going on this. I know there will be some transitional things that I want to do, and as I proceed with those, I'll report to you on that. In the video, I probably will leave some spaces where I plan to do transitional pieces, but you all are helping. This is kind of like the Alice quilt. You haven't asked about this lately, but it's kind of an Alice quilt sort of thing. So I need to just get on it and get it done. So, I just noticed. Have I mentioned this before? This looks kind of like a sewing machine. There's the needle and there's... Anyway, so I will do that, and then I'll be back with you. Maybe talk more about this if I need to, or do a little bit of a wrap. I almost forgot. If you watched previous videos, you will know that after I pieced this and tried it in the quilt, it just did not seem right for the quilt. So what I intend to do is to take some slices out of here, maybe straight, and apparently maybe not. And that may get cut some more. I'm pretty sure it'll get cut some more. I don't want to cut off too much of that little turquoise bit. But I think this could be pretty good for transitions because these will help to transition into, say, just a solid black piece or nearly solid black piece to give the eye some rest. Actually, I kind of like that right there. Huh, okay. That's a thought. And then I could do some stripey sorts of things. That's going to be a narrow stripe. That'll be a fun one to press. And I can also cut these the other direction, but I like having that stacked sort of look. And I might just do there's a straight piece. To remember I have seams to do in here yet. And then this is just kind of a cute little piece there. And again, it might get sliced up more. This I will keep because maybe, and this I will keep because maybe, but probably not. This is going to be kind of an awkward angle because space is at a premium in my living room due to the Christmas tree, which is right here. So I can't back up any further, but I think it'll be okay for the purposes of this, and we're just going to kind of zip through it anyway. You will probably see a lot of I'm looking a little bit like a blue-footed booby, which are the cutest creatures on earth, because I'm wearing my hand-knit wool socks, because there's nothing better on a winter's day. I stopped the video because I decided I was either finished. I liked the first one that I did better than the second one. And then I decided, well, I'm just going to try something a little bit different and pull out the small, more detailed pieces, which I pulled out down here. And then this piece, which is my second favorite piece, in this quilt. First one is right there. So I wanted to feature that one, and I also like the sort of cup shapes. I have two of those. I like that very much. Those are actually two pieces put together. They're already sewn together. And then I discovered that rather than transitioning with curves and whatnot, which is what I would usually do, I really like this boxed in piece there. I don't know why, maybe because it complements this, but I really like that. And if you remember, that's one of the pieces that I cut a little while ago that just sliced up because it wasn't going to fit in this quilt. I'm kind of liking where this is going. This looks like a stream of water, which I like. So that's kind of coming out of a cup of water or whatever. And then those cup-like shapes, we've got them here. So I think I might want to kind of work on that theme a little bit. This is the fun of improv. It just goes where it wants to go, I guess. So I will take a picture of this and then spend a little time playing with it. Maybe making a couple more pieces like that one. I have there's one right there, but I think I want it to resemble that more closely. So there are darker grays and some blue strips in it. So I think I might want to do that, and perhaps, I don't know, this may look entirely different by the time I'm finished, but I do want to get a section of it at least that I like where it's going, and then I can add some other pieces on as I see what might want doing. Now this piece up here, I may want to carry a black stripe up there so that that has some continuity from piece to piece. There might be some, like a white curve or something that goes into, I could do kind of a cup shape there. I think this will be the bottom of the quilt. And I want more visual weight down here with the black. I told you I wasn't going to belabor all this with you, didn't I? But that's how it goes. And then these pieces I will use in other quilts, either put them together into a really frenetic quilt by themselves, or just make a couple of other smaller quilts. And I really like this piece very much, so that will be going in somewhere. I don't know, maybe these will all go together, and maybe they won't. That's I discovered when trying to put it in here, that is a very attention-seeking piece, shall we say. There's a lot going on, and it wants to be a star of the show. Your eye immediately goes to that, and I don't want that in this quilt. This is the main piece to me. So anyway, I guess that is going to be it for this week. I will do a video next week, and then I'm going to take a couple weeks off around the holiday. I do want to say congratulations to all those who have been juried into the QuiltCon show in Raleigh in February, and also congratulations to the people whose quilts were not selected this year. There are so many amazing quilts that they just don't have room for. It just astonishes me. And on Instagram, there's kind of a tradition of doing a little bit of a show, kind of what they call QuiltCon rejects. So they all get to be seen as well, and I really like that because the quilts that get in are, of course, gorgeous, but some of the ones that they don't have room for just are amazing, amazing. So go ahead and check that out on Instagram. And congratulations to everyone. Even just entering is Yay for you. That will be it then. And oh, it's snowing again. Oh boy. And I hope to see you next week yet. And in the meantime, be well, be safe, be happy, be quilting. Peace out.